Hi guys and girls, I've got a video here on the probability of multiple events, which just means that more than one thing is happening and you're instructed to do something with those results. I can only really give you examples of coins, dice, spinners. They're the kind of typical things that happen. I've got 4 here for you. I'm going to jump straight in. So we have 2 coins that are flipped. We have heads and tails recorded. What is the probability of getting 2 heads? So this little grid here is called a sample space, and that is where you can record all your results. So 2 coins are flipped. So on the first coin, your options were heads and tails. On the second coin, the options are still heads and tails. And the bit in the middle is where you record your outcomes, in other words, the combinations. So heads and heads. This one is heads and tails, tails and heads, tails and tails. So there are 4 outcomes, 4 combinations. So your answers will be out of 4. So if we look at the first one, 2 heads. How many of the green boxes have got 2 heads in? There is 1. So it is 1 out of 4. That's it. That's all there is to it. If we look at the second one, 1 of each. How many of those green boxes have got heads and tails in? Well, there's 1 there and there's 1 there. So that is 2 out of 4. Well, we should be cancelling down, so these we can half both of those. So technically a half would be a better answer. But the gist of it is it's how many of the things you want out of how many things there are altogether. So if we look at the second one, a coin is flipped. So my coin has heads or tails on it. The dice has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can't count, so 6. And then the combinations. I did not want that to be green, but it can do for now. The combinations. So I have a heads and a 1. A heads and a 2, a heads and a 3, a heads and a 4, a heads and a 5, and a heads and a 6. And then the same again with tails. So how many outcomes are there? How many combinations are there? How many red numbers, boxes, whatever you want to call it? Well, there's 12. So all of our answers, A, B and C, are going to be out of 12. And then heads and 3. So how many of those boxes have H3 in them? Well, just that one. So that's 1 box out of 12 boxes. If we look at the next one, tails and an even number. So that's tails and 2, tails and 4, tails and 6. So that's 3 boxes out of 12. And then if we look at C, heads and a square number. So square numbers are the answers you get when you do 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, etc. So 1 times 1 is 1, so I can have heads and 1, so it's that one. 2 times 2 is 4, so I can have heads and 4. And then 3 times 3 is 9, well we don't go high enough for that, so I could have heads and 1 and heads and 4. So that's 2 boxes. So if we look now at cancelling, that one doesn't cancel. These 2 are both in the 3 times table, so we divide them by 3. These 2 are both in the 2 times table, so we divide them by 2. And if we scrolly, this time I will zoom in on that there. So we have 2 dice, the scores are added. So on dice 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 were the options. On dice 2 I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the combinations, remember I've got to add the scores. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If anyone did the Joe Wicks workout thing the other day, when he put burpees at 7, he was being really mean, because 7 is the most likely combination to come up. So blame Joe Wicks for that. Right, so that's all the fill out. How many is it out of? How many green boxes are there? There are 36. Right, so these are all out of 36. Now, total of 6. I'm going to have to use highlighter this time. So I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't count the red numbers. So 5 out of 36. For the second one, a total of 9 or more. So I can have all the 9s and the 10s, 11s and 12s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 36 boxes have been highlighted. Let's get back to my green. 10. C, a multiple of 3. So that is any number that is in the 3 times table. So I can have 3. I can have 6. Oh God, it's gone blue. Gone green even. 6. I can have... And the next number in the 3 times table is 9. And then the next one up is 12. So how many boxes have I highlighted blue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the answer to that one is 12 out of 36. And then the last one, a factor of 18. That means numbers that are in the... numbers you can divide 18 by. Right, I've got too much highlighter, so let's go with circles. I can do 18 divided by 2. I can do 18 divided by 3. I can't do 18 by 4 or 5, but I can do 18 divided by 6. Not 7, not 8. I can do 18 divided by 9. Not 10, 11 or 12. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 purple circles. So now it's just about cancelling down. So is there a times table that has both 5 and 36 in, other than 1? No, that won't cancel down. These two, they're both in the 2 times table, so we can half them. These two are both in the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 6s and the 12s. I'm going to go with 2s because I think that's what most people will go with. They're still in the 2s. Now these two aren't in the 2s, but they are in the 3s. So your final answer is a third. And C and D both have 12 out of 36, so that's got to be a third as well. Very last one. Oh, where's it gone? Down there. Excuse me. A spinner is spun. It's spun twice. So my first go, I had 1, 3, 1. Doesn't really matter what order these are, but I'm going to do them in the order it says. And then on my second go, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. The scores are multiplied together, so I need a times symbol in the corner. Now I need a different colour. Go back to green. So if I multiply together, oh, I'm adding. If I multiply these two numbers together, 5, 8, 2, 3, 5, 8, 4, 6, 10, 16, 6, 9, 15, 24, 10, 15, 25, 40, 16, 24, 40, 64. Right, so there are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 numbers. So all of these are out of 25. Even numbers. How many of them are even? Let's grab highlighters again. So I can have the 2s, the 4s, the 6s, 8s, anything that you can... Ooh, not 15. Anything that you can half and end up with a whole number. Come on, highlighter, thank you. So all of these ones. How many you've got highlighters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 out of 25 of the boxes have been highlighted. Oh, I didn't mean to rub out that 8, but it won't matter because we've already answered the question. Multiples of 5. How can you tell a multiple of 5? Well, it ends in a 5 or a 0. So all of these ones, and that one, that one, that one, and that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did colour in that 40 there. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 out of 25. A prime number, so a number that's only divisible by 1 and itself. I'm going to go with circles. So prime numbers are 2, 3, 5. Let me jot them here. Prime are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. I don't know. We'll see how high we need to go. Nothing that's in the 2 times table. 3, not 9. 5. That's it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are prime numbers. And then factors of 12. Numbers you can divide 12 by. Let's get another colour. I'm going to go pink this time. So I can divide by 1, by 2, by 3. I can do 12 divided by 4, 12 divided by 6. That is it. So I have circled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Okay, what about cancelling down? Is there a number, or a times table if you like, that has both 16 and 25 in other than 1? No, that is as low as it goes. Same with this one. What about this one? Is there a times table that's got 5 and 25? Yeah, 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, 25 divided by 5 is 5. And what about 8 and 25? No. So there you go. It's a very quick, fast and furious go over. Basically, make a table, or use my tables if you want. Put all the combinations in, work out how many combinations there are. That's what you're out of. That's your bottom number. And then see how many of them fit what you need. Hope that all made sense. See you later.